This is Drunk in the Sun with Joe and Tom. Guess what?
We're going to get drunk and talk about everything under the sun.
Show about anything and anything under the sun.
We didn't do that. All right, let's do it.
This episode is fire. Check us out every week on YouTube,
Instagram,
Facebook,
and Spotify.
Oh shit! We're coming at you every week.
First of all, this is for entertainment. We're not educational.
Yeah.
We're not.
If you're coming to get your education from us, you are clearly misguided.
Exactly.
But check us out. We're the show about anything and everything under the sun. Check us out. Cops show up. Like, what are you doing in there? He's like, I swear to God. Swear to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think that's legit.
I don't think it's legit either. Hey, what up, y'all, man? This is Drunk in the Sun with John. I said John? With John? No, it's Tom. Tom and Joe. God damn, how drunk am I? Yeah, guys. What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just drinking. Screaming, I deserve this. What did he deserve? Fuck!
Like and subscribe so you get the notifications when we do drop something. Probably pretty fucking lame. But anyways, check it out. Drunk in the Sun, podcast about anything and everything under the sun. Have you ever been in a car accident though?
Well, sorta. I've been in. I hit a giant mailbox. I don't know if I talked about that.
I don't know. Yeah, probably the mailbox.
Hit a giant mailbox.
I forgot about those stories.
Like a car wreck like that? No, I've been in a couple fender benders.
Yeah, same here. But I've never been in anything fucked up like that. Thank God.
Like I hit a chick one time in the ass end doing like 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Wasn't paying attention. We're going down the road, and then another dude hit me in the ass end one time.
Oh yeah,
on
I've
a
been
snowy
there.
road, and I was like, ah.
The last guy that did that to me.
Oh well, I wasn't the one that head on collision.
Oh shit!
I know I took on. Yeah, when my Pontiac got fucked because I was going down a gravel road and a fucking redneck came around this fucking turn because I was going down this gravel road and up ahead of me was a turn.
Yeah.
Pretty steep turn, and it's all gravel. All of a sudden, some fucking big-ass truck comes flying around there, fishtailing.
Oh, shit.
And what I remember was he's fishtailing, and then fucking I woke up to my
shit.
car in the ditch, my head bleeding, and this dude's like, hey, man, I called the ambulance. I'm like, fucking idiot. I'm like, you know what they're going to do? Because at that time, I had 3 beers on me. I think I drank like one, and the other 2 were exploded. And I had some,
Tom covered in beer.
Right. And I had some herb on me.
Oh,
and my pipe. Right? So I'm like, I get out, I said, you fucking idiot. I start cussing this guy out. I'm like, you fucking idiot. That's what I do. I'm like, you fucking idiot. The cops are going to fucking show up. I'm going to get you're going to fuck with me. And he's like, man, but I hit you. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, this is fucked. So I ended up fucking, I can't remember everything I said because I was bleeding dramatically.
Probably had a concussion.
I had a concussion. That I know I did because that day and especially the next day, I felt like loopy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was like in outer space. I was like, yeah, I definitely got concussed. But, and so I ended up fucking getting into my car. I grabbed my fucking pipe, I took it into the cornfield. I'm like, fuck this, they ain't get me with this. I'm not getting a possession. I had my herb on me, which this was very expensive herb, like $50 an eighth shit, right? And I just purchased it, right? So fucking, I think I smoked like one joint out of it, if that, right? And I looked at it, I was like, I gotta get rid of it. I was like, fuck! So I opened my like your padding on your wheel well in your trunk. I stuffed it down up in there and shoved it back in there, made it look nice, and threw like a bunch of
So what's this
shit on
redneck
it.
guy doing this whole time?
Probably watching me. So when the cops come, the ambulance and the cops come, right? And
did they check you out at least?
This is what happened. So the fucking, I'll tell you the whole story, and this is how I know I got double Jeopardy for this fucking crime. But whatever. So I'm still salty about this crime. I've told this story to many people. A lot of people don't believe me when I tell them, but it's the fucking truth. It's the truth. Anyways, so the cops and the ambulance come up, state troopers.
Yeah.
They started looking at me. They're like, "You have you been drinking tonight?" I said, "Look, dude. I said I had one tall boy in a 4-hour period. I'm not drunk at all, man."
Yeah.
I was driving down here safely because I was doing like 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
if that, being safe. This dude was doing like fucking 70. He's like, lost control, and that's how he fucking smashed into me.
Yeah.
So I was like, officer, give me a breathalyzer right now. Give me a breathalyzer right now. I'll take it right now. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, we're not going to do that. So the ambulance come, they start checking me out. I'm like, I'm good, man, I'm good. They're like, yeah, but we're going to have to take you to the hospital, man. I'm like, no, dude, I'm good. They're like, yeah, no, we got to. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm like, I'm fine. Right? I said, just tow my car, just get my car to my house, right? Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Because I was working at the time.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't allowed to do shit. They forced me on a gurney,
Oh,
put me in a
shit.
neck brace, put me in the ambulance, right? I'm sitting in the ambulance. All of a sudden, 2 state troopers come in. They go, yeah, we think you've been intoxicated. I'm like, what? They're like, we want you to take a pen eye test where you got to follow it with your eyes.
Yeah.
I'm on a stretcher with a neck brace, and they want me to follow this fucking pen. Right?
And you just woke up from a concussion.
Yeah, right. And I offered a breathalyzer already.
Yeah.
I already offered it. It would have been done, right? So they fucking do that. And they're like, yeah, we think maybe you've been, you're under an influence or something. I'm like, ugh! They're like, we're gonna go to the hospital, and and we can talk about your options there or whatever the fuck, right? Because I wasn't under arrest.
My options are going on.
Yeah. Because I wasn't under arrest.
Yeah.
They were gonna cite me though, but I wasn't
For
under arrest.
what? Driving?
OVI. For OVI.
Bullshit. Anyways.
Get to the hospital. The whole time I'm going to the hospital, I'm in the back of this ambulance like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. While saying this, I was like, he better not fucking see me again. Fuck him up. And I remember at times,
you probably thought they were gone and police are still down there or some shit.
Oh well, I knew I was gonna catch an OVI.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm sitting there thinking the cops are gonna search my fucking car, because what they do when they tow your car, they search your shit for inventory, right? And that's what they claim they do. That's why, in the end, this is what sealed their deal to charge me with the OVI. Was I get to the hospital, the cop fucking. By the time I get there, I was doing like Bane voices and shit. I was like, I'm gonna kill him. Like I was doing all these fucking voices and shit. And I was going off the rails because I was like, my life's fucked right now. Because I had like 2 payments from that car being mine. 2 payments, Joe, over having it for like fucking 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
2 payments total out the window now, right? So I get to the hospital, fucking get there. The Stady is there, of course.
Yeah.
Right. He goes, all right. What we can do, we inventoried your car and we found what we thought was a substance of marijuana. Now, if you heard where I explained where I put that at, you'd had to start digging through my car to find that shit, right?
Yeah.
So I guarantee the redneck fuck was telling him, like, oh man, he was flipping out. Then he threw something in the weeds. And then he was doing something in the back of his car. I don't know what's going on, man. That's probably what that fucker did, right? So fucking...
You're probably right, though. How else would they have known? And that's such bullshit. He's the one that caused the accident, but you got the brunt.
Because he got cited for hitting me.
Oh, did he?
He got cited for hitting me.
At least he got something.
The accident was his fault. Yeah. The cops fucking clearly saw that, and he admitted to it. So then, he was
acting pretty shitty.
Because I knew I was fucked. That's why I was pissed off. Like, I already knew it was going to go down.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit's already going down.
Yeah.
Fuck these motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
So fucking, anyways, like I said, this is a true fucking story. So when the cop is telling me that he searched my car, I'm instantly like,
what?
Lighting up. Well, I don't flip out because I know it's not going to do it.
Your face is just getting red.
I'm just going. And he's like, you understand? I'm like, yes. Because when he charged me for the OVI, charged me for possession, charged me, I think that was it. The possession, the OVI, I think that was it. So he charged me with that shit right there. And he said, now, we need to take you could either take, I think he said, like, if you admitted to it right now, he said that my fucking, my license would be suspended for like 90 days, I think it was. It was 90 days. And fucking if I allowed him to take my blood, that's what it was.
Okay.
Because since I was already from the crime or whatever, for him to take my blood, which proves like I had shit in my system.
Yeah.
But weed's in your system for fucking forever, right? Yeah. Especially in your blood.
Yeah.
And I knew I was fucked. But if I refuse it, he said if I refused it.
Yeah.
He said, you can give us our blood, give us a sample of your blood. And if we find something in there, your license will be suspended for only 90 days.
Yeah.
If you refuse it, it'll be an automatic 1-year suspension. Right? So I'm like, fuck it! And this is when I start flipping out. Because I'm like, fuck it! Fuck it! You guys are going to fuck me any way you do! Take my fucking blood! Go ahead! Right? They took my blood that night.
Yep.
And I ended up getting stitches.
Yeah.
And I ended up walking home.
Yeah.
Because then I had no ride home.
Yeah.
But he charged me, so I had to go to court for all that shit,
Yeah.
right? Go to court, and this is your fucking pre-trial, whatever the fuck your initial.
Yeah.
Every time you go to court, you first it's your charging. You get your charges set, and then you come back to get your sentencing if you plead out, right?
Yeah.
So I went and fucking the judge was being a douchebag. He was like fucking joking with all these people, like.
And then it got to you.
Because what he did was like there was one person who was there. She was a lady who fucking passed a bus. And fucking, so she got caught doing that and fucking got a ticket for passing a bus. That had the door thing open.
Yeah.
She said she didn't see or whatever, but he was just like fucking cracking jokes like, is your eyesight that bad? Maybe we should give you glasses. Here, try mine. Like shit like that, right? And I'm like, fuck this motherfucker.
What?
And he was doing
shit?
that with like every type of case, like picking on it, right? So he got to me. And he's like, Mr. Muirfield, huh? Like the golf course? I said, nope, not like the golf course at all. I only have one eye in my name. I don't have two. I did it like that, right? And then I just looked at him. Now, granted, I wore a Dickie suit in the court that day. So I had all black Dickie suit on. And that was what I wore. I was like, fuck it, they want me to dress up? I'll dress up. So I wore that, right? I'm sitting, he just looks at me and he goes, okay, well, your charges are OVI, whatever the fuck it was, possession was the other one. There was a couple other charges. I don't remember what they were, but there were something.
Container.
Something probably. Some shit like that. He goes, well, what we can do is we can go ahead and set you to come back because I chose not guilty. Because I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to choose not guilty. Had to go get me a lawyer and prove it, whatever. Yeah. So I wanted a public pretender.
Yeah.
He said, okay, fucking, you get a public pretender. You come back, we'll reset the date. You come back, we'll go from there. I'm like, cool. So I went out. I get home like fucking a day later or 2 days later. The cop calls me up.
Oh shit!
It calls me up, right? I'm like, wait a minute. Why is this the mother?
Why is the cop?
Because I didn't know the number, so I answer. I'm like, hello. And he's like, this is blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, right. So I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, why are you calling me? He's like, well, because we after testing your blood, there was a THC in your system. We believe you have the OVI. I'm like, wait a minute, I just went to court for all this.
Yeah.
I just went to court for all this. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. He's like, well, I just need to see you and blah, 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 blah. He really wouldn't give me no explanation. I said, you know what, fuck it. Well, first I was like, I don't understand what, I was like, fuck this. And I was like, well, he already knows where the fuck I live, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, he's got my information.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, come to my house. So he comes to my house. And once he gets there, he tells me again that the blood that they fucking found THC in there. Here's the OVI. He hangs me another OVI charges, right? And it says, well, now I need your license. I'm like, wait a minute, why? He goes, because they got to be suspended. And I'm like, but you said if I cooperated, they'd only be suspended for 3 months. He goes, yeah, starting right now, I have to take your license. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fuck it, whatever, right? So he goes, and before, and this is what's crazy, before he got there, right?
Yeah.
Because after I got off the phone with him, I immediately called my public pretender.
Yeah.
And told him what this fucking cop said. He's like, this isn't right. If you already went to court for this, then why is a cop? His job is done. I was like, I know his job is done. I was like, this is why I'm calling you, because he's calling me. I'm like, what the fuck, right? And he starts talking down to me like I'm an idiot and all this shit. And I'm like, dude, you don't understand it. He's like, no, you just don't understand what's going on. Maybe you don't understand the law. I'm like, dude, I've had a fucking number on me. I've been to prison. I've been in jail numerous times. I've been to court. I know how this works. Right?
Yeah.
I know how this fucking works. And he's just like, he's talking down to me. I said, okay, whatever. You're not going to help. All right, goodbye. So I click up. So then the cop comes over, takes my license, issues me the other ticket, and goes. I'm like, what the fuck, right? So then I go to court.
Yeah.
I go to court. And now it's just the OVI, which I already been there previous, right?
Yeah.
That's when I got the public defender.
Yeah.
Now I come back for just an OVI.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get there, the judge goes, okay, reads the sentences off, and then fucking reads the punishment, what he's willing to fucking do, whatever.
Yeah.
And like how high it can go, how low it can go, and all this shit. He's like, so how do you plead? I go, guilty. Oh, no, I said no contest.
Yeah.
Because you don't plead guilty. You plead no contest because no contest, it can't come back and get you, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm like, no contest. He's like, what, really? I'm like, yeah, no contest. Let's go. Right? He's like, well, most people get legal counsel on this. I was like, nah, it's not going to work. I'm ready. I'm ready, Your Honor. I was just like, that's how pissed. I think I went in a t-shirt and jeans and shit. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, because I was like, they're fucking me no matter what I do.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, right? How am I getting charged? How am I going back to court for this?
Yeah.
So, again, people, I tell you, this is a true story. Nobody believes this, but this is what really fucking happens.
Yeah.
So he ends up sentencing me, gives me 6 months of a license suspension with driving ability to go to work, and fucking 60 days of jail time, 57 of it suspended. I have to do 3. And then 2 years of fucking paper, and then like so much time of drug counseling. I think it was 2 years paper and so much drug counseling.
Yeah.
Drug and alcohol counseling, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it, whatever. Let's go. So then I have to go back to court for this other charge, right? Remember the OVI and the possession charge and something other charges?
Yeah.
I still got to go back for this. So I go back to court that day, on that court day. I'm a good citizen. If I got to go to jail, I'll go to jail, right? I don't pass the date. So I go back to court for those charges.
Yeah.
I get there. I'm sitting in the courtroom waiting for the judge to come in, and everybody gets sentenced. Everybody's gonna get fucking sentenced or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
This guy sticks his head into the fucking courtroom and goes, "Is there Mr. Muirfield here?" I'm like, "There's a Mr. Murfield here." He goes, "Thomas?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can I talk to you out here real quick?" I'm like, "No problem." So I go, I walk back out because this is the third time being here for these fucking charges, right? He gets there, he says to me, he's like, I'm looking in here, and it says that you've already pleaded out to an OVI. Normally what we do is we throw out the lesser charges and have you plead out, but you've already pleaded out. I go, yeah, that's right. I already pleaded out. I said, I called you and told you what the fuck happened. And you looked down at me. That's what I was telling him. Right in the corner. I was like, you looked down on me. I was like, you thought I was fucking dumb. Well, I'm not. I said, fuck it. Run it. Right? He's like taking my back. He's just sitting back like, what? I'm like, run it. Let's go. So he goes, well, since you've already been sentenced, we usually throw the lesser charges out. I said, okay, so what are we doing? He goes, well, you're going to do your terms that were stipulated in your sentencing.
Yeah.
And you just have to pay the court costs for today. And fucking the other charges are gone.
Yeah.
And whatever fines came with it. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But even he was like, what? You already pleaded out, right? I said, yeah. So,
but they still brought you that second date.
Yeah.
They still were like,
and then what happened was the judge kind of made fun of me for pleading out previously because I was being a dick, kind of, right?
Yeah.
And then I was being kind of a dick there too,
yeah.
Especially to my lawyer because I was like, fuck this asshole. And then fucking, so then I ended up just going home.
Huh.
Yeah, that was the day I was sitting in the courtroom, like before you go into the courtroom.
Yeah.
Like when you check in and all that shit.
Yeah.
This fucking lady was chilling. She's like, I don't understand everything. This doesn't make sense. And she was talking to some guy who had another court date, right?
Yeah.
You know, regular visitors, they look like. Right? And she's sitting there going, She's like, you know what? Maybe I should just... She blamed pot, right?
Yeah.
She's like, maybe I should just be a pot smoker. All I did was get caught with 30 pills. It wasn't bad. Like, what am I doing wrong? You can smoke pot, and I'm sitting there going, you can't smoke pot, lady. I'm sitting there, and I'm just looking at her like, the fuck, are you comparing pills to pot? The fuck is wrong with you? You meth head, right? But I was like, this is the level of intelligence I'm chilling with. Oh, it was crazy. True story.
Oh, shit. That's fucked up.
Yeah. So I ended up doing my time.
Yeah. I
got popped once on probation because I had to do 3 days.
Yeah.
Longest 3 days ever, right? Because I was just like, this is bullshit. I shouldn't be here. I was like, that fucking redneck didn't hit me. And then like a fucking month into being on probation, I failed a piss test. And the PO said, she was like, this is your one time. No, someone was there. Fucking, she's like, this is your one time where, I'm gonna give you a warning, but next time you're gonna sit it out. You're gonna do some jail time for this. I go, okay, whatever. She's like, just stop smoking blunts. You're good.
How about fake piss?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know about that luxury back then. I didn't know about that luxury back then. And back then, it doesn't matter in courts. Because what she would do is there was another probation officer who was a guy.
Yeah.
When I had to drop piss, she would make him go and they watch you.
Oh shit.
Because they want to make sure you're not doing fake piss or whatever.
Yeah.
They want to make sure you're doing you.
Yeah.
So the state, now a job cannot do that.
Yeah.
But the state can.
Yeah.
Because you're a ward to them at that point.
Yeah.
Right? And you've agreed to it. Agreed to be on probation. So you don't go to jail. Right? Fucking. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what ended up happening.
That's crazy.
And this happened probably when I was 27.
Yeah.
I'm 40 and I'm bitching about it still.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you.
It's bullshit.
It's pretty bullshit.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Thanks for tuning in to Drunk on the Sun. This is Joe and Tom.
Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody. Like and subscribe.
Thank you all for subscribing and liking. From Drunk on the Sun, the podcast about everything and anything under the sun. So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and Instagram. We're posting new shit every week. See ya.